All right, well, let's test out the RX 6600. This is the non-XT version. And we're starting out at 1440p Ultra, then we'll go down through the lower settings at 1440p. And then we'll switch over to 1080p and see how it does there. Now, this is definitely marketed as a 1080p graphics card, but in a lot of games it can still handle 1440p or honestly even 4K. So let's test it out. Right now we're, like I said, at 1440p Ultra settings, although let's double check I've got that correct. So we're 1440p, Ultra settings. I do have future frame rendering on and VSync off. Now also note that this game can be very heavily CPU bottlenecked, and I'm using a very high-end CPU here. This is the R9 5950X with 32 gigabytes of 3600 megahertz CL16 RAM. Okay, at least in this scene, we're not in combat or anything. We are in the mid-50s, so close to 60 FPS at 1440p Ultra, although we did just see it drop down into the 40s there for a second. So I'm definitely going to say that Ultra at 1440p is probably not going to be where you're going to want to do a competitive shooter, just because, yeah, we're in the mid-40s now that we get into this scene. I do want to see what happens as we get into an objective. It'd be nice to see if we get any combat or anything, but we'll see if we get that far before I want to change settings. Because we can already tell that, yeah, 1440p Ultra is not really where we're going to want to be. So you know what? Let's just go ahead and switch it down to high settings. All right, so this will be 1440p high settings. Okay, at least right where we're at now, we are now much more like a 60 FPS or better experience. Yeah, honestly, 1440p high is feeling pretty good. Let's see if we can actually get into any sort of combat. Where's the... Okay, there is an enemy base in this area. Can I snipe people out of the vehicles? Is that a thing? I definitely felt the frame rate drop a little bit as I scoped in there. We just hit a little stutter down below 60 there again for a second. So this is not a buttery smooth, like constant 60 FPS. Although I'd say we're at least probably averaging about 60 at these settings. Should also note that, you know, I'm testing out this one map because the video would be way too long if I just play map after map after map. But some maps, especially as you get into different weather effects and things like that, can have different performance. So just a heads up on that. Hey, we got one. All right, 1 for 1. Boom. Oh, did I not get him? I feel like that should have hit. What do you guys think? At least I got an assist there. I feel like I was on that first headshot on the guy doing the resurrection. Come now. All right, well, we're definitely not staying at a solid 60, so let's go ahead and drop down to medium settings. All right, well, I got sniped, so there's that. Probably shouldn't have anybody revive me while there's snipers watching my corpse, so... But we can spawn back in this area, it looks like. So we are back in this area, and this feels way better at medium. And honestly, the graphics still look quite good. I feel like that should have been a headshot. Come on. In Battlefield 5, that would have been a headshot. Is there more bullet drop in this, maybe? I don't know. That one worked. Man, I'm still getting a few little stutters down below where it kind of stutters a bit. I don't know if I like that. Got that one. Wait, wait, wait. No, don't kill me. I just want to live. I keep forgetting there's no health packs in this. I want to press C and use the health pack. I just got grenaded by that guy, didn't I? All right, well, let's go ahead and try out 1440p low settings since I died. Medium felt pretty good there. I think medium's gonna be very, very usable on this card at 1440p. So again, I know this is marketed as a 1080p GPU, but that by no means means it can't be used at 1440p. Okay, I'm getting sniped at. Okay, but we are getting, what, 90 frames per second here? So yeah, 1440p low. Game still looks pretty good at low, honestly. I mean, not as good, but it's... I wouldn't look at this and be like, ew, garbage, you know? Like, this looks pretty good. For a competitive game, I think these graphics are more than good enough. Where'd that other guy go? I think I'm leading too much, maybe. All right, well, this seems like a good time to drop down to 1080p. So let's try out 1080p, and we'll pump back up to ultra settings. All right, jump right back in here. So 1080p ultra settings, we are up over 70. Can I kill this stupid little dog thing? Ranger destroyed. Okay, that's a tank. That's an enemy tank. I do not want to get shot by the enemy tank. I would like Battlefield if there weren't vehicles. Is that an unpopular opinion? I just want to do the infantry combat without all these tanks driving around. Maybe that's just me. Oh, teammate already got that guy. Well, honestly, 1080p Ultra feels completely playable. Like, I know some people might want more than 75 FPS. We do get a few little stutters here still, it looks like. But honestly, this looks really good. Could certainly see somebody wanting like the best visual quality at 1080p. 1080p Ultra, that seemed just fine. Absolutely fine. Let's go down to 1080p high settings. And let's redeploy. Oh, looks like I can't be in this spot anymore. Team got kicked out. Ah! Got a hit marker on him. There's the assist. Okay, it looks like the weather's picking up. Getting that bad weather. I don't have a rocket or anything, do I? They're making us pay every minute we're in this. Yeah, there's a helicopter. All right, let's go ahead and drop down to medium. Oh, looks like I got revived or something. Oh, and then just immediately shot in the back. Excellent. Let's go ahead and redeploy. Okay, even with the bad weather effects and all that coming in, we are up in the 90s and 100s. Looks like dropping to 70s now. Okay. Was up over. So definitely depends on exactly what we're looking at here. But yeah, it's looking like at medium settings 1080p, you can have a very high refresh rate experience, with even the low drops being up in the 70s, which looks very good. Let's go ahead and test out 1080p low settings. Redeploy into that area. All right, we're up on top of the building now. 1080p low. Hitting some very high frame rates now. Over 100, well over 100. Should we go for a little jump? Let's see, left control cuts the parachute. Can I pistol this guy? Ah! Uh-oh, reload, reload, reload. Got him. That pistol was not as good as I was hoping, but we got him. Yeah, so 1080p low, if you want to get high refresh rate experience in this game, the medium or low settings will absolutely deliver. And again, we saw 1440p was even playable at least. I hope all of you have an excellent day.